What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to TMT. Today we are removing this cooler, old swamp evaporative cooler, and yes, this does fall under our category, which is, remember, heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Here in the Valley of the Sun, rarely do people have these anymore, but occasionally we'll find them. And a lot of people are just having them removed at this point. And that's what we're going to do today. So, training the guys. We got right here Brian, also known as Pink Cheeks. And I think it's his first one, right, Brian? All right, bro. So what we're gonna do is, we're not gonna pull this off with a crane, so there's just no reason to. They're pretty light once you take off the doors and stuff. So that's what we're gonna do first. And then for this, we'll show y'all how we do it. We just pretty much just cap it off with flat metal to save the customer a roof, or save them some money on a roof for having to come out and patch that. So we're just gonna patch that with some flat metal right there. It's off. All right, so Francisco already went down there and already shut the water off. That's one thing you always got to do. Now you can go ahead and loosen that. Okay. But that water comes from that shut off down there, and you have to shut it off. What was it, at a spigot? Yeah, that's typically where it is. All right. If you guys don't know how these work, essentially, these filters right here they get wet. If you take these screws off, Brian, can you take these screws off real quick? There's 4, 1, 2, and then on the other side. Those filters get wet with a pump that's inside of here. Where is it? Looks like they took the pump out a while ago. There used to be a pump in here, and that pump would pump water up that hose. And it's not the hose that you think, Brian. It's that hose right there. You know what I'm saying? In here, right here. It's there used to be a pump. It would pump it up here, right? And then through here, you see in here there's a pipe. The pipe has a bunch of holes on it. This PVC pipe has a bunch of holes on it. You don't see them right now, but there's a bunch of holes on them. And it would, it sprays the water onto these, they're called pads or filters, whatever you want to call them. They get wet, and then the air just flows through it outside air, not, return air from the building or from the space. It's just from outside. Goes through those wet pads, and then you get cool air blowing into the house. But it's got some severe limitations, especially when it gets hot, like real hot. They pretty much only cool to about 80 degrees is the best they can do. Sometimes when it's like 110, the best they can do is like 90. So that's why people don't use them as much anymore. But yep, that's what we're doing. We're gonna get this bad boy light. You can take all these out, bro. Well, the high voltage can go with the unit when we take it off, So yeah, he disconnected the water. This was even easier because it was just a plug going into that outlet right there. So that's done. Now we're making it light. Let's take off all the panels that you can. You cut the thermostat wire. Let's pull that off. And let's pull off all them panels to make it as light as possible. I already hit leg day and back day, so I'm not trying to do that. We're gonna take this motor off, and yeah, if you really wanted to muscle it, you probably could just take it all off in one piece, but I don't think there's any need for that. We want to save our bodies as much as possible. Ain't that right, Francisco?
Yes, sir.
All right. And to get this motor off, it's pretty simple. All you got to do is loosen up that screw and this screw, and then this clamp right here will come off, and then the motor comes out. And you know, you take this belt off all you really need to do is kind of offset it to one way, and it comes out. See, that was easy, huh? And we're gonna drain the water here, and we got Frank out here breaking the seal, the silicone seal, to get it disconnected from this elbow. This is a little bit of a different setup. I would say that like 90% of them are, on residential homes at least, downdraft. So they typically cover all that mess. But that's why, you know, we have different scenarios. And this is a little bit more, this one's a little bit different, so it's good to know for the future. Alright, so now we undo those legs right there. And right there, we got two more over here. If it had one in the front, you would undo those, but obviously we do not in this case. Alright. And then we do disconnect them from the legs from the bottom there. They typically have nails or long screws. And then remember that we always plug that up, okay? Alright, so there it is. They're starting to kind of break it loose now. Oh snap, Frank. Hey, dang, bro. You been hitting leg day or what?
Yeah. This is good, bro.
You guys can't tell because Frank wears like 3 sizes bigger shirt than he should. But Frank's actually like in really good shape. You got abs, huh, bro? Hey, show them off. Hey, you still got abs? You don't got abs. Frank does.
Some days I do.
Some days, oh gosh. All right, let's go ahead and let's see what we can do.
You ready? Let's see if we get it from this side and then see if we got it. All right. Whenever you're ready. Go.
Nah, it's still connected. Yeah, down there. Yep. There it is. Once they got all the screws and the silicone off of there, it actually worked out pretty well, right? All right. So now we're just pretty much going to muscle it to the edge of the roof, and we're going to rope it down. This is an easy project to do when you're like replacing a unit or something, you know, but obviously he didn't want that when we changed that one out like 3-4 years ago.
Yeah, so how are we going to do this part, bro?
We take out the elbow, no?
Yeah, yep. Dang, Frank, man, you're becoming a new man, dude. Dang, Brian, dude. Hey, Brian, you better start talking to this dude a different way, okay?
I will, bro. More respect.
We're just going to, yeah, let's cut the elbow off or remove the elbow, bend those flanges down, and then the flat metal's going to cover all this stuff, okay?
Hey, bro, I talked to John. I wanted to...
Right. So, there it is. We got the elbow off. Now, essentially, because we're doing the most cost-effective method for the homeowner, we are just going to cover this with flat metal over there. You always want to use the correct type of flat metal, you know, because it can't rust. It's got to be the stuff that does not rust and all that, you know. You got to get it from an actual shop.
So how's this gonna go, bro?
So I'll show you right now. You're gonna have to do a couple pieces, but that's okay. All right, so that's pretty much the big hole that's left over. And remember, this duct goes to the ductwork of the air conditioner. So we need to cap this off, seal it, and then we need to also cap this part. All right. Yeah, but that's pretty much it. Pretty simple. But when it's your first time, nothing's really simple, right, I guess? Next time, y'all are going to be by yourself. You won't have no questions. And if you do, you just call me. I don't have to be here. Oh, man. It's like watching water boil, dude. Oh, man. I could vacuum down a system in the time it's taking my...
That was like 20 seconds.
Oh man, that's funny. All right, so here we are. They capped that hole. Now we're going to cover this piece with some nice sheet metal. All right, so there, the boys kept it off. Now they're sealing every seam. They bent over the flanges. Now they're going to go ahead and we put this tape line so that the sealant looks really clean, and then we take it all off at the end, you know. Oh gosh, who's the bozo that did that? This tape is going to be gone at one point, so that's going to stop it from peeling back.
Hold on here.
Yeah, just cut it with a razor blade, right? Yeah, that's fine right there. Yeah, that's fine. There you go. All right. Cool. So who's got the brush? Go ahead and give it a paint job. All right, everyone. Well, that's it. There's the big patch job with sheet metal, hard cast, and then, you know, we put some duct seal on there. It is water resistant, so we also gave a little bit of a tar job there around the jack, even though we didn't touch the jack, but we just do it for, you know, the customer, and make sure that they're all taken care of. And then remember, as always, you have to patch the nail holes that were in the stand. That's pretty much on every single job. Okay. All right, everyone, thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Peace.